Hi everyone, we're looking at pattern Dosan in this video. It's got 24 movements and it's taught to 7th Cup Green Stripe students. As always, we'll play it through once where I'll be giving some commentary and comments on the techniques, and then a second time without interruptions. So in movement 1, moving the left leg to the left into walking stance outer forearm high block. Making sure at the end of that technique the knuckles finish eye level. Next move, on the spot, reverse punch. So as you're performing the downward phase of the sine wave is when you square the shoulders up, popping up and down. Middle punch, so shoulder height. Into movement 3, we're going to Duratoro. So you're going to bring that left leg in 1 foot length and then across to the center of the stance, keeping it pointing in the same direction. Then pivot, taking the right leg out. Here, small drag in, pivot, and then outer forearm high block, followed by walking stance reverse punch. Okay, from here we're going to move the left leg, so it's going to come in and then towards the front of the pattern into an L stance middle knife hand guarding block, and then we'll step forwards into walking stance straight fingertip thrust, making sure those fingertips are on the center line of the body. We're then going to imagine that someone's grabbed our wrist, so we're going to start a release by twisting the feet. Here, lifting up both toes and dropping the body weight down. At the same time, our right hand that's done the thrust is going to twist 90 degrees as well. So we've now got that palm facing the floor, which means our inner forearm is going to be towards the weaker part of someone's grasp. From there, we're going to spin round, taking the left leg towards our rear side. So our left leg is going to come this way into a walking stance, high back fist strike. Attacking with the left hand, making sure the left hand comes from the outside when we chamber the hands. And then stepping forwards again, another high back fist strike. From there, we're going to turn to our left, moving the left leg around this way, same as in Dang Gun, but this time performing walking stance high outer forearm block, followed by middle reverse punch. We'll then Duratoro, high outer forearm block, and reverse punch. So performed exactly the same as when we do the first 4 techniques of the pattern. From here, we're going to start going back towards our starting point. We're going to bring the left leg in and step the left leg out roughly 15 degrees offset from our center line. So if this is my center line going back down here, my walking stance is going to be ever so slightly off that line, performing a high outer forearm wedging block. We're using both hands, so we need to minimize that body rotation. So as the left leg comes in, I want to turn my body to face where I'm going, and then I'm going to step out, walking stance wedging block. Stepping forwards with the rear leg, middle front kick, keeping the hands exactly where they are, landing in walking stance, 2 fast motion punches. 1, 2. As always, making sure on that first punch your rear heel is glued to the floor. From there, the right leg's going to come in and out 15 degrees the other side of our center line, high wedging block. Middle front snap kick, land fast motion double punch. Okay, next up we're going to take that left leg back onto the center line and perform a walking stance outer forearm rising block, and then step forwards, walking stance rising block again. From there we're going to do another big turn, taking the left leg around, so turning towards our back, and land in sitting stance knife hand strike. Making sure you're looking at that strike, striking hand chambers on the inside. From there, we're going to bring the left leg all the way up to the right, transfer the weight to start our sine wave, and perform another knife hand strike. And then bringing the right leg back into our parallel ready stance. Okay, so I'll play that again without interruption. Cool. So if you find when you're performing pattern Do-San that you're not quite making it all the way back to your mark, it's probably because you're going too wide when you're doing the wedging blocks. Okay, so just make sure you come only that 15 degrees, and that should see you back near enough to your mark. Okay, as always, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the box below or get in touch with me. Otherwise, happy practicing.